Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Or good night. Or good evening. All depending on wherever you are in the world today, tuning into this stream. It's what, the 4th of June today, and you're here with your chef, your famous chef here, on for gold and euro USD. So can you guys let me all know if my audio is okay on YouTube, and also the viewers that I have here on TikTok as well? Can you let me know if my audio is good on TikTok? All right. Also, remember, guys, if you haven't yet done so, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. Good morning, gentlemen. Modern, good morning to you, my friend, and good morning to everyone on YouTube once more. All right, so let's dive right into it. So this is the 6:30. Was that the 6:30 candle? The 6:30 candle is basically right here. That's the beginning of the 6:30 candle here on gold. So I'm just gonna mark this price point here as my point of interest, and then I'm going to quickly come back on euro USD, and I'm going to basically do the first markings on euro USD. All right, good. So let's just do the markings here on euro USD, because the price action on EU does move faster than gold. So let's go, let's begin with that. So this price here, this section here, is going to be my POI. So that's going to be my POI, which is going to be my point of interest. And as you know, I'm using my 215 technique, so I'm just going to measure 7 pips above here. So let me just put it on these candles for reference. So this section right here will be my buy line, doing the same step downwards as well. This section here will be my sell line. Good. Then I'm going to do this section here. So as you know, in this lovely little area here, this is my 215 zone. All right, good. All right, now should still have my alerts on from yesterday. Yeah, there they are. This is my buy alert. So I'm going to put that buy alert here. My buy line. Where's my sell alert? Did I delete it? Seems like I've deleted my sell alert. That's fine. Oh, okay. So we can see that EU DXY is pushing in the second range here. Hence why EU is pushing down so aggressively right now. But that was very random. Well, I guess you would expect that to happen though, because it's been consolidating at the entry into this range. So it just broke it aggressively there. No worries though. All right, that's my sell line. Okay, still on the 15-minute time frame. So let's go to the higher time frames to find my target areas. So this is the 30-minute time frame now, and this need to find a 30-minute support here. So I'm going to use this section here as my 30-minute support. And then I'm going to use this section here as my 30-minute resistance. Yeah, it's looking to confirm that sell entry on EU already. Based on how it's moving so fast, I didn't expect for it to move so fast. It has already broken my sell line in just one go already. So I'll just need to wait a bit, but I'm still going to mark out the structures just the same and then see if price action will come back into my zone to confirm or an entry on that down move. So this is the 1 hour resistance, and I'll put the 1 hour support here in this region. Okay, look at the 4-hour time frame as well to identify the ranges on the 4-hour time frame. Don't quite see anything close. So this is my 4-hour resistance, and I'll use this section here. You can use there, or you can use the top actually. I'll use this area here as my 4-hour. All right, so that's the markings on EU. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame, because the 5-minute time frame would basically be the time frame for entries here. Would go for short if I do get a candle close below. If I do get a candle close below my sell line, that moved down so aggressively just now. So I'll just wait for, let's see if I can get a retracement back into the zone. And then if I can get a reversal, let's say a candle close below, then at that point in time, I would look to go for a short in this instance. Basically the same as well to go for longs if I do get a close above the buy line. However, if it does close above the buy line, I would like to see DXY actually coming back down for me to go for it. But let's see. Yesterday was so boring on the charts, it didn't trade. Yes, there was so much fake out going on yesterday. My gosh, man. So much fake out. Ultimately, in the end, it did confirm the direction which I was thinking gold, especially gold. I want to look to actually take an entry on EU for a short. I'm looking for a short here on EU. If this candle can just come back a little bit more up inside the range and then the next one confirms that chart, then I'm going to go for it. Even New York did nothing. Well, there's some big red high impact news coming out later on today. All right, good. So that's while that's doing that, I want to see it. I don't need to see it close. All right, let's go back to gold now and do the markings here on gold. All right, so point of interest is at 3351. So my sell line is going to be 20 pips below that. So if it's 3351, let me take it over to these candles so I can see it. It should be 33. Ooh, that's very aggressive. 3349. 3349.460. Maybe today is a day, because yesterday was a bit of a kerfuffle day, in all honesty, for me as well. End of the day in red, to be honest. So let's see if we can make up for some of those lost pips yesterday. All right, good. So that's my sell line. Let me just take my alert here and put my alert here on this. Okay. Let's go back to EU just quickly. All right, good. So EU is going in, is still putting back in that range. That's nice. But if it reverses from that range and closes below, then I will be taking a jab at that short there on EU. All right. Let's go for gold again. So if it's 3351, that's going to be 20 pips. So it should be 3353.416. And this shall be my buy line, and in this region here, this will be this is going to be my 215 zone, the famous 215 zone. All right, good. We have that. All right, let me just put my buy line alert here on gold. All right, good. Still on the 15-minute time frame. Just need to find my rejection areas. Perfect. So this is going to be my first 15-minute rejection line. Doing the same as well on the reverse. You trade in New York today, Sylvia. And I know that ADP is coming out, so there might be some reaction in the market. All right, that's my 15-minute rejection line. Is EU retracing back in the zone? Okay, good. That's nice. All right, there. Let me have a cup of tea. All right, let's go to the 30-minute time frame here in gold. What we're looking for, nothing pretty obvious. So that's I'm gonna just use that the end of that John Wick for my 30 minutes. So oh yeah, speaking of John Wick, you guys are aware that the ballerina, I think it's coming out this Friday, I think, for those movie fans here. Should be going. I might not watch it on Friday, I might just watch it on Saturday. Anyone going to watch that movie this week, or there's no John Wick fan here? I'm gonna use that wick as my resistance. All right, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. See what's going on here. All right, so I'm gonna use this area here as my 1 hour support. Yeah, asked if you're trading the New York session. Support. The 1 hour resistance is pretty far. Oh wait, gold is crossing the buy line. Wow, that's a massive rejection. That the 1 hour resistance is quite far away from the 30-minute resistance. It's fine. It's just the market structure, just the same. The 4 hour, wow. Or is quite far away as well. It doesn't matter quite really. It's there. I'm only using these supports and resistance as target areas. That's really far away. It's fine. I'm just gonna put it at the top of this wick. If it goes there, it goes there. If it doesn't go there, it doesn't go there. Looking for a small pullback, then go long. All right, so EU is pushing up nicely from that's like a strong rejection from that sell line. It's coming. Wait a minute. It's coming back up to my buy line area. So that's a very massive rejection, though. Really massive rejection from the sell line area here. That is. And let's zoom in on DXY. Okay, so DXY is rejecting from that top zone, so that will explain what's going on here. That move here in EU. So I'll let EU simmer for a while. Let's have a quick look on the 5-minute time frame here on gold, just to see what's happening here. All right, so ultimately what I'm looking to happen here, so I can look to take a long or a short here on gold, I'm looking for price to just a break, test my 15-minute rejection, pull back into my zone, followed by a candle closure. Hold on, I press that too short. So just to break, test, retrace, get from. That's what I'm looking for. So if I can see that price action here on gold today, then I'll be looking just to go for a long position just like that, putting my SL at the bottom of my 215 zone, right? And then ideally looking to see if I can target these higher time frame resistance as my target areas. Yeah, this is also tested that 15-minute rejection already as well, because this candle was the 6 o'clock candle. This came down, tested that. So let's see. So that's what I'm looking for longs here. As the H1 is an uptrend, you're looking for a W to farm at 3347. 3347. 3347. 3347 is all the way in this region. What's going on down here? What are you looking for down at 3347? Come on, guys, remember to hit that like button. I'm only at 1,000 likes on the stream right now, so if we can get the likes up to 2,000, I would really appreciate it. All right, let's have a quick look back on EU. What's going on here? EU is rejecting from that sell line nicely. All right, so let's have a close look at DXY. What's going on with DXY? Because I'm using DXY as a second confirmation for me to use to take any entries on EU. So if DXY continues to push up in the second range here, right, then definitely for sure, then I should be seeing the reverse on EU, where EU should be going down, right? However, DXY tried to push in that zone. It did push in it. However, it's rejecting now, and that's why EU is actually going up. But I'm still conscious of the fact that it's still at the bottom. It's like it didn't reject too far from the zone, from the second zone. So it can come back down a bit and then just go back up in this. And this overall up move right now on EU may be just a fake out. You know what I mean? For it to actually continue to go down lower, in a sense. So I need to watch this. I need to watch it closely as well, just to see what it is going to do. So I do have my alerts there, and I'll wait for price action to get to my buy line or my sell line. And as soon as price gets to one of those areas, I'll just have a look at what DXY is doing. Has it broken above and closed inside that second range above it, or what? Why does DXY promote the opposite movement of EU? Why promote the opposite movement? Because DXY is the US dollar currency. So if the US dollar currency is going up, then that means then that because Euro USD is going against the US dollars, if US dollar is going up, then EU should be going down. So they're like twins, but they're just the opposite of each other. So I don't think you can even trade DXY, but I just use DXY as a better help towards making sure that my entry makes sense here on EU. So a lot of persons don't actually know this, because if even if you're trading GBP JPY, then you can use the Yen basket. Or if you're trading I'm pretty sure that you might even not know what the Yen basket is. But if you look it up on TradingView, then you can find out more information on it. But if you're trading GBP JPY, then it's always good to have a look when you're taking any entries on GBP. Have a look at how the Yen basket is moving as well, because the Yen basket is basically the strength of the yen. So if you're trading a currency pair, try to find the DXY version of the opposite currency pair that you're trading, and that will help you as well. All right, so look, so DXY is pushing back up in that range, and we can see the opposite of that coming on here on EU. So if EU comes back down and close below my sell line, then I'll be looking to take a short here on EU. Stop loss just about 7 pips, maybe 8 pips on my point of interest, and I'll be targeting these these supports on the higher time frames. So that's what I'm ultimately be looking for here on EU. All right, so that's doing that. Gold is back. Oh wait, hold on. Damn, gold is tanking. Need to see like this. That's what I need to see. And as we can see now, we can see where EU is going down, DXY is going up, and also gold is also trying to push down as well. So that's good as well. It's going to the price I said. What price did you say, Mr. Pips? Pay my bills. 3347. Okay, you're looking for price to drop all the way to 3347. That would be nice. If it does do that, but if it does that, I would like for it to confirm a short for me and take me down with it. It's a slow day today. I can see it's a very slow day. Slow day here in TikTok, a slow day here in the YouTube, but that's fine. These days do come. All right, so remember, guys, if you haven't yet hit that like button, we're only at 1,500 likes here on YouTube. Please go ahead and hit that like button, my friends. If you're learning anything from what I'm saying today, or if you like the visuals, or if you just like the background music, just hit that double tap on that screen. We're at 1,500 likes. If we can get those likes up to 2,000, I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Also, as well, I'm also on YouTube as well. My channel there is called 215 Trades. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, the name of my YouTube channel is there in red. So you can just hit that subscribe button as well there on YouTube. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Pips, or Mr. Pips Pay My Bills. It's a nice long handle. All right, good. So this is a 15-minute time frame as well on DXY. You can use the smaller time frames if that makes it better, but I usually just use a 15-minute time frame, as these candles are a little bit stronger than the 5-minute candles. So it is going back in that range. That's good. EU is coming down nicely as well. 5 minutes until this candle close, so just waiting for that. What time is it now? It's now 6:54 a.m. here in the UK. So if I can get this candle to close, if this candle closes below here, it closes in a few seconds as well, then I will try, I'll enter a short here on EU. All right, that closed just on the line there. All right, I'm going just on the line. DXY is still pushing up. All right, good. I'm gonna enter, and I'm going to test it here just to see what I can get from that move there. So let's see. Just put my order right there. So if it flips, then I'm in. Do you use shorter time frames, longer, or both in terms of opening and closing position? No, I enter on the 5-minute time frame. So that's the time frame that I enter on, the 5-minute time frame. So I wanted this candle to flip and close below that sell line. This came just on that. So what I want that short. So I just put my order just below that sell line for that reversal. So if this candle flips and triggers it, then that should be good. I completed every single mission today in this stream. Mission? It's just the time frame that I use. So because on gold, my entry time frame is the 5-minute time frame on gold. So if I take any entries on gold, it's the 5-minute time frame that I use. I've never used any other time frame to take any entries. It's just always it has just always been the 5-minute time frame. Based on the strategy that I use, the 2-1-5 technique, the 5-minute time frame is the best time frame to take entries using this technique. Thank you so much for all the gifts and the taps and the comments, Sylvia. I really do appreciate that. The sneaky bastard. All right, so that wasn't triggered. So that's reversing. Okay. And we can see that gold is going up as well. All right, so let's wait patiently just to see what's going on here. Thank you so much for the support as always, Sylvia. Just need a close below or above. Still have my sell order pending right below that sell line, because I think when it flips and it closes, it's just gonna go. If it does go down, it's just gonna go. Is that you, Manny? Welcome. All right, let me not distract anyone here. Yeah, nice to see you too, my friend. So DXY, as you can see, it's struggling to get in. So let me just number these ranges so I can make a better reference to it. So this is going to be range 0. And then this is going to be range 1. And then this is going to be range A. Make it make sense. Yeah. So anything below 0 is A, anything above is numerical. So DXY is ultimately trying to come back into zone 1 here, but it's having a pretty strong fight but you can see that it's pushing up aggressively inside. And these lines, these yellow lines are like just supports on the 15-minute time frame. Supports are resistance, whichever way you want to put it. They're just supports on the 15-minute time frame. So DXY is struggling to get into zone 1, but it's still trying, but we still haven't had a candle close inside. And I think if we do get a 15-minute candle close inside that zone, it's going to be quite good. You just got in a long. What did you get in on a long on EU? So this 15-minute candle is about to close into zone 1. So just need to wait patiently for the sell to be confirmed. Where do you learn different trading techniques from? Well, if you want to learn different trading techniques, I guess you can use YouTube because they're all on YouTube. But the technique that I'm using right now is the 215, and it's just my trading technique that I use. My trading technique that I use, my trading technique that I created. All right, someone just got in on gold, on a long on gold. Let's see what he's saying. So he's long on gold, so you got in. Or you didn't put your entry price. Didn't put your entry price. 3420. 3420. And your SL is 3346. What's the entry price on that, Mr. Pips? Where did you Well, that's a if you got it at 3351 and you have a stop loss at 33. Oh, so you got in at 3353. You got in at a long at 3353. So if you got in a long at here, and your stop loss is where do you say your stop loss is? 3346. 3346. That's a 30-minute support. 70 pip stop loss. Nice. All right, come on, guys. Remember to hit that like button, hit that share button. Really do appreciate it. Help the channel. We're now at what, 2,000 likes. If we can get the likes up to 3,000 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Good morning, Henny, over there on YouTube. A bit lonely over here on YouTube, but yeah, I can't give up actually. I think so. I lost my streaming numbers because of all the break and all of that, and I think that I've just lost a few fans, but I'm back now. So if I just continue to push and just show up every day, I will get those numbers back on YouTube. All right, remember guys, if you're on TK, remember my YouTube handle is 215 trades. If you want to support, you can go over and just hit that subscribe button. All right, so we can see where DXY is rejecting from zone 1, still coming back into zone 0 as well, hence why you can see that the price action is moving up. I like the way how price is being distributed here in the 215 zone on EU. Yeah, I really do like it. And even if price actually just goes back up in the upper range and just be playing around in it, then that just makes it way nicer for it to confirm an entry in any direction. 2 weeks absence destroyed a lot. No more yeah, I can't take no more vacation. I'm just gonna have to be just on it. Can't take no more vacation, no more mental breaks. I can't do none of that. I'm just gonna have to be on it every single day. It feel if it feels the party on TikTok should I cross over? Yeah, you can come over on TikTok. Of course you can come over on TikTok. But leave one of your device on YouTube and one on TikTok. No more absence. All right, good. So EU DXY is flipping into in EU. What am I saying? So DXY is going up. It's rejecting from that lower support now from zone 0, and it's continuing up. So we should be looking to see the price action come down here on EU. Once I get a flip in the close below that sell line, then I'm going to be going for that short. So I'll just need to wait on that. Right now, goal is just be playing inside my 215 zone here. No issues with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're gonna get that TDI break out on the M5. TDI. Oh, someone educate me on the TDI breakout. What does that stand for? Yeah, there's so many words. There's so many because there's so much strategies. Okay, so all right. So look, we see EU is pushing down. All right, I just got triggered in my sell on EU. So let's see what's gonna happen because I had put the sell order there. So let's see what's gonna happen here on EU. DXY is pushing up nicely in zone 1. I'm in that sell now. Trend distance indicator. Wow, I've never heard of that one before. I've never heard of that one before. Can someone break that down? I know I can go and Google it, but can someone break that down in chart? Basically, explain to me what that is, just quickly, just a few words. Thank you so much for liking the lives, my friend. Something to measure the volume in the markets, maybe. All right, fair enough. Quick question though: is the volume, if the is the volume of the background music too loud here on TikTok? Okay. Getting a strong rejection on that. Pretty strong rejection. DXY is rejected. Yeah, you didn't use a candle close. You got wicked into that. Welcome, Henny. Good morning to you. What's gold doing? Has gold tested any of my points yet? No, still in the center of my zone, consolidating around my point of interest. And the thing about it as well, usually I would start about 7 o'clock. It's the zone for the 7 o'clock is right in here as well, so so that's good. Yeah, we know you want to go down. We know you want to go down. We've broken into zone 1 with 15-minute candles closing red. If this candle closes red as well, then that should be good. Should be seeing it going up slowly and steadily as well. Their content is hilarious. Zishan said good. It's perfect. No, wait a minute. What are you guys talking about? It's perfect. What's perfect? No. Trend direction and strength. No, it's perfect. No. In yellow. Must have missed something. Okay. Do you see all my badges on TikTok? I'd have to look. I don't see anything just now. Of course you're definitely. I know that you're number one. Of course you're definitely. I don't need TikTok to tell me you're number one, Celia. Of course you're number one. Don't you? All right. So from this, you know what I've learned from this? The first I'm using pending orders. She is so funny. All right. I'm gonna. I didn't. I haven't. No, I did. I didn't I? I did watch a few of them. Some of them I couldn't understand though, but they are quite good. Gold is crossing the byline. You can try to be my competitor. What's the difference between CFDs and futures? That's a good question. You might need to maybe ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT does help with answering these questions quickly. I think there's more manipulation or more, what should I say? Yeah, I think there's like more manipulation in CFDs because the broker can basically make up a price of the actual market and say that's it, and then charge you some ridiculous fees. But I think futures now is a little bit more straightforward in a sense, less manipulation, just raw data. the actual markets, I believe. But I think futures you don't have spread. Well, yeah. So ask ChatGPT. That's what I had to do to know the difference. Now I've just used a pending order on this. And that's the first time actually using a pending order and got wicked out. All right, what time is it now? It's now 7:14 a.m. here in London. Let's remove this. So I have one more entry to take on EU. Gold is not doing anything right now. Is anyone in any positions right now on gold? Whether you're on TikTok or on YouTube? You got what you got? You know you guys could have this conversation. Not me. Okay. What position are you in? Earth Shaker. Wow, Earth Shaker. That's a good handle. What position are you in? Sorry, chef, just can't help it. No, that's fine. DXY is rejecting from zone 1. My target on gold is 3360. 3360. What? Okay, so that's not too bad. That's my 1 hour resistance. What's your entry price? What is wrong with you guys? You know, I'm going to after the stream. I'm going to check the content out on both of your pages, and I'll see who is funnier than who. All right, let's see. We still haven't had a 5-minute candle closure below the zone. Took an early entry though, got kicked. So now I need to just now be more patient and just wait for the candle close and not use a pending order on this. Ultimately, I still think that EU wants to go down more. DXY is struggling to basically beat this resistance here into zone 1, but it's not going too far away from it above nor below. So let's just wait. I need it to test the 3343 support before I get in. 3343 support, 3343, 3343. Oh, that far up? Oh, okay. Well, that's at a distance away. What are you looking for? You're looking for longs from 3343. I feel gold wants to pump, hence EU is struggling to break the lows. Yeah, we could get a strong reversal here because if we look on gold, right, it's a 30-minute. Here is a 30-minute support. That sell line is a 30-minute support, and when price came into this area, it just skyrocketed. So price has come down now to test it. So we could be looking to go higher, yes, here on gold. But I just need for it just to confirm what the actions, and then I can look for it to take an entry here on gold. Yesterday, gold confirmed the sell. Well, it was just a fake out there yesterday, because I think it confirmed the sell 2 times, faked out, and then it confirmed it the 3rd time, and then it just fall. And I was like, bro, come on, gold. But that's just how gold is sometimes. It will give you a confirmation, then fake you out, and then again, I guess you can say that's the entire market on as well. It's in the business of doing fake outs. But in all honesty, let's look at today how many pips gold has dropped by. Gold has, well, oh, we're in a neutral spot. That's good. We're in a neutral spot. That's good because where did the market open? 1 a.m., 1:10 a.m., 11 o'clock, just right here. Okay, so we're in good. We're in a good place. We're in a good place. We just need to see gold to do the proper confirmations, and then we should be fine on gold. So waiting for that. It's now 7:19 a.m. Morning, Leo. Early days actually, pretty early days. You caught that fall this morning. Nice, nice. I was sleeping like crazy at these hours. Nice. Where's my TikTok? Remember, guys, if you haven't yet hit the like button, please do so. Additionally, as well, if you haven't yet subscribed to 215 Trades on YouTube, please go ahead and do so. Oh, yesterday on that 15 lot. Because look, gold is trying to push above the zone here, above the 215 zone. It keeps wicking up and keep rejection. There was a nice bullish gap. Where was that bullish gap? Three three four nine looks good for a buy. 3349. Yeah, the sell line. Yeah, it does, depending on what strategy you're looking at. Yeah, Asian opening. Yeah, we're basically still at the Asian opening. Because where was 11 o'clock candle? 11 o'clock candle was right here, I think. 950, 955, 11 here. So basically, we're basically back at Asian opening. So Asia did do some damage and to price all the way up to 373. Then it sold it back off. So we're in a neutral spot. So London made want to actually push back because we already tested the Asian lows, have we not? Oh no, we haven't tested the Asian lows. The Asian lows is at 3346. So we haven't tested the Asian lows. So London can either look to take the Asia low and then actually look to take the Asian high, or even go for the Asian high before and then actually come back down for the Asian low to maybe continue the downtrend. But let's see. Let's see today. Just waiting patiently here on gold. EU doing the same thing. DXY is consolidating in this little range here. That's so we can see where price is still in the box, not coming out of my 215 zone. So I need to see a pretty decent candle to close below, not too far away from my zone for me to go for it again. Not using a pending order for this one. Let's see. So gold is pushing above the 215 zone here. Just oh, wait a minute. Your alert should be here. I wonder why your alert should be here, because it hasn't tested that my rejections as yet. It did a turn on me at 3353 and then came back after 5 hours. And we are at the opening of the daily candle price. Daily, yeah, because that's where Asian open, so that's why we're at the opening right now. Thank you guys for the follow. Thank you. Come on, guys. We're still at 3,000 likes. If we can get those likes up to 5K, would really appreciate it. So if you can just double tap on the screen, doesn't take a whole lot, but what it does do is that it ensures that your fingers are fit. So when you're supposed to take a sniper entry, you're quick on your fingers to hit that buy or that sell button. So double tap on the screen and exercise those finger muscles. I'm playing 5 grand to the first 5. I'm paying 5 grand to the first 5 people in this message to message me good card. You don't have to do that. Why not do something better with that 5 grand? Maybe go out, feed the homeless, or maybe find someone who can't pay their rent and pay their rent for them. help someone out. There's far greater way for you to use that money if you're being honest. Which I'm not. I'm pretty sure you're not being honest. You won't get that here. Keep moving. Yeah. We're all traders here. We ain't the I knew it. I know that TikTok was going to ban it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I could just feel it. I could just feel it. I tell you, I could just feel it. I knew it was gonna come. I knew it. TikTok banned me again. Your live access to go live will be restored on June the 7th. Yeah, TikTok has this tendency whenever you're streaming, they strike me and all of that. No, TikTok, no, they banned me again. They just removed my live access. They just suspended it. I'll try to appeal it. I'll try to appeal it in a few moments. But yeah, I knew they were gonna do it. Cause they weren't. So a while, I think I'm gonna go back. So when they give me back live access, I'm gonna go back to streaming from my mobile. Because they didn't give me any issues when I was streaming from my mobile. Yeah, they just banned me. Is that I bet it's that Brandon Austin guy. Yeah, yeah. I'm blaming him. I'm blaming Brandon Austin. That's who I'm blaming today. That Brandon Austin guy. He did it. All right. That's fine though. The show must go on. So we have EU still in the mids, still circulating inside the zone, and we also have gold looking to push up here. DXY is coming back down into zone 0. That is perfectly fine as well. So I'm just waiting for a confirmation here. Let me just check it out. Let me just hear what they're saying, because the have appeal, submit. You guys are horrible. It kicked you out. Yeah, they banned. They took it off. It's suspended until the 7th of June. The 7th of June is what? Friday. I won't even get it back in time if they release the appeal. If they release the appeal, then I'll go back to the streaming from a mobile. They didn't seem to have any issues with doing it from the mobile. Now I'm gonna have to get. Oh, now I'm gonna have to get another account again. Oh my gosh, I can't keep doing this, man. It says I can't watch anymore. No, on TikTok, it says you can't watch anymore on TikTok. The stream, so they just removed the streaming access, as I said before. So, all right, gold is crossing that 15-minute rejection line. Is only now just testing it. EU is coming up. The XY is pushing down. All right, cool. Let's move this back to now my buy line. So now what I want to see is that a pullback and a close here for me to look to go for longs here on gold. Hi. Well, good news is I've purchased my streaming cameras yesterday. So yeah, it's that Brandon Austin guy. Yeah, I'm blaming him as well. Ah, yes, they've restored my access. Nice. All right, good. So that wasn't the strike of that strike is not gonna count. Good, but I'm not gonna test them again today. I'll do it tomorrow. I will stream from my mobile. I'm going back to doing it from the mobile until my streaming cameras come in. Then I'll begin to stream and show my lovely face. Mwah! Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see what's going on here. So still waiting for strong rejection, man. It's pretty strong rejection there in EU. Yeah, that same guy. I think he was called yeah. Wrote the 5,000 rubbish and then I fell for it. Oh, let us rate. Come on, Sylvia. You know this. You can from the sound of my voice, you should know that I'm a very handsome looking guy. Come on, gold, give us a rejection. Give us a rejection. I don't have any moderators on TikTok. That's the thing. Ah, that was it. The figures. Oh, okay. So you can't say numbers. Well, but I was saying that the 3,000 price and all of that when we were talking about where price could go. To avoid permanent ban. Okay. Bloody hell, man. This TikTok thing it seems like it's what you call it? It's like rocket science, man. Things you can and cannot do. How do I give moderator access to you guys? Can I give it to you outside of Can I give it to you outside of this live stream, or do I have to give it to you while there's a live stream? If there's the live stream, I can do it tomorrow if you guys show up. Our EU is rejecting from that buy area. Gold is rejecting from that 30-minute resistance as well. Not rejecting strongly though, because it hasn't come back down to us like every single day. You're gonna be here every single day. Well, you have been quite a loyal supporter, to be honest, Sylvia. You are here through my rough and my smooth days, my ups and my downs. You have been here on the 215 Choice channel. Really do appreciate it. If my face was up. So the persons who don't have whose face are showing, the channel they don't go through getting like bans and stuff. Is that it? Anyways, the cameras are coming, so look at EU go now. Sylvia's my loyal fan. Not that. Okay. I'll take it into consideration. Well, I've already, and I've taken steps as well. 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. It's now 7:37 a.m. here as well. Want to see a pullback from gold back to the zone for me to look to take longs, or if this candle closes above that zone, I'm gonna give it a try for longs here on EU. All right, what time is it? 7:39. 1 minute until this candle closes. Gold is pushing up still. Anyone in a long right now on gold? new to this, thanks for streaming. Watch the 215 technique. All right, so the 215 technique, my friend, is a technique that I created, which I use to basically look for entries on gold. I also use it for other pairs as well. Not only gold, also use it on EU, and you can actually use it on cryptos and all of that. So what it does is that it uses the current price, or basically whichever price that the pair is trading at, to then identify like the buy and the sell areas, and depending on what you're trading, it will then help you to know when to enter. The best way I can really explain it, Didier, is there's a video that well, if you look at my old streams, if you look at my old streams, you can see I explain it there better. But there's also a video that I uploaded in December, I think, of last year, that has more information on it that you can go on and you can just have a watch of that one, and it could help you as well. But it's a very simple strategy, in all fairness. So if you are in fact interested, you just need to have a look at those videos and then it will help you. Let's say I enter into a goal at 3373. How would I apply the 215? Well, you would apply the 215 before you enter. Well, the 215 would help you to basically find when to enter, let you know when to enter. So for right now, I'm waiting for an entry one setup here on gold using the technique. As you can see, yeah, you learn every day. So I need to see price now to pull back into my zone and reject from my zone for me to basically look to go for longs here on gold. But ultimately on EU, I just need to see a candle break and close above my zone and for it to continue. The chart that I'd taken, I shouldn't have taken that chart because that was ultimately not following the rules. In all honesty, I put a pendant order below and I got triggered in, but ultimately I should be waiting for a candle to definitely close below or above the zone for you to go for an entry. And it can't close too far away, ultimately about 2 pips here on EU. On gold, it should be closing inside this range here. But the thing about this strategy sometimes is that because gold moves so aggressively sometimes, you don't quite get a retracement sometimes, and the price action will tend to leave you. But in those instances, all you have to do really is just to be patient. Because if you have the zone, if you have the 215 zone, right, the 215 zone can actually last throughout the entire day, in a sense. So even let's say we don't get an entry this morning, if you really just wait, let's say you wait for the rest of the day, price action more than likely may come back into your zone, and you can then take your entry from your zone. Yet again, man, aggressive is understatement. LOL. Well, fair, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Because look at this now. I think this wasn't the same thing that happened yesterday. Price just really just pushed outside of the zone and just didn't look back. All right, so this candle closes in 54 seconds here on EU. If it does close above my zone here, then I'll just look to take a long and try to target these higher time frame support and resistance here. 7:44 a.m. here in London. Price, the London market opens in 15 minutes as well. All right, so this candle is looking to close above the zone here. So if it does close, then I'll enter my long. Okay, yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Satisfied with that. Let's put my stop loss there at my point of interest. Ultimate TP on this is going to be my 4-hour support. That's what I am looking for. All right. So I waited patiently here for that price action close just above my zone. So I'm in it. And if we look over here on DXY, we can see where the DXY price action is pushing down on the 15-minute time frame as well. So yeah, everything looks fine for this one. So only now for it just to go to your TP or do what the market needs to do in this instance. So let's see what's going to happen here on that. Full TP is going to be at my 4-hour resistance, which is at 1400. But I will take partials at the 30-minute and the 1-hour pit stops if the price gets there. I've been learning futures since April 20th of this year and actively trading for the past few weeks. Oh, that's good. How's London feel about gold? Well, I'm not sure how they feel as yet. So we're waiting for the markets to open in the next 15 minutes and see what's gonna happen. And I think I've had a night. Yeah, we had one good and decent entry on EU. Yesterday was like a break-even day, but EU hasn't as yet given me a lovely day like it did. Was it last week Friday where he gave me that long short? Was it last week for one of those days? But let's see. Gotta close above that zone. Let's wait. I will let me put it here about there. It wasn't easy when I started, but I met 215, which has helped me a lot. Oh, thank you for that. Love it. Trials and tribulations for real. Definitely enjoying learning the process. Yeah. And even you see, even when you learn and you know what you're doing, there's still gonna be so much trials and tribulation. I tell you, I go through them every single day. This market will do this to you. I think I think the market has also made me a little bit numb as well, you know, towards certain things in the world, because it's like certain things it has to be at a very serious level for me to really get like an overall reaction to it. It's because you're in the markets and you're used to being like, oh damn, I'm in a drawdown of up 500, 700 pounds, and you're like, oh shit, and you're just there. So you get used to like the stress that the market puts you through, that the world itself is like, any problems in the world has to be like really really bad for me to say, oh, I'm going to be emotional about this. So it has got me to a little bit of a stage to say that I feel numb sometimes. Or so it doesn't phase me a whole lot then, for better words. Oh, for sure, I was so pissed when gold decided to spike back up for the rise and didn't see it coming. Well, fair enough, true. Yesterday was a roller coaster for me as well, because it kept on confirming a short, fake me out, kick me out, only to then run so aggressively yesterday downwards. But those things do happen. But as I say, another day, another dollar. So. All right, so in this EU buy here. So now we just need to see price action just push up Made that 30-minute resistance. That 30-minute resistance is about more than SL, so that's good. All right, come on, goal. What do you mainly trade, Didier? Do you trade only gold or do you trade other pairs as well? Do you pay attention to trading economics news or primarily focus on market movements? Well, because I trade in the London session, there isn't much news that comes out unless Trump does something or something war related or something like that happens, then it will affect the price action of the market. But outside of that, no. One thing I've changed is not using tight SL. CAD is very slow at times. Euro was tricky until I figured out the dollar inverse. Nice. CAD, you can also use the 215 technique, and because we did do some extensive back testing on that. And was it CAD JPY? I believe it was CAD JPY that we were doing the testing on. But yeah, gold poor. Gold over. I think gold overall is like it's an emotional traded pair. A lot of people they trade it with their emotion because sometimes the news can be released and gold should be going up or down, but it's going in the opposite direction, and you're wondering what the hell is going on with this. So I think that like it not only does like economical events affect the price action of gold, but I really think like a lot of traders because they love it so much, they're so emotional about it that affects it as well. 7:52 a.m. now. London market opens at in 8 minutes. Also as well, we're going up until 8:30 as well. So let's see how that works out. In this position here on EU, getting a bit of a rejection back down. As you can see, DXY is now pushing up on the 50-minute time frame here. Still happy days, still a decent entry though as well. We have price pushing from that sell line back up and to be closing above my buy line as well. Need to see this candle flip and close above backing green though, because if it doesn't, then that means then that DXY might be actually rejecting from this little support area right here that it has created in a sense. So I'm holding for now. So let's see what is going to happen here. If this 5-minute candle can flip and close green, then that's good. On gold itself, still circulating here in that 1 hour resistance area here. It's basically in an area where we could actually look to get entry 2 setups, but is in the midpoint of the 30-minute resistance and the 1 hour resistance. So ultimately you might want to basically wait until it does test that 1 hour resistance properly to look for entry 2 setups. But still there, hasn't confirmed a long for me as yet. Didier, I had to really logic myself out of my stop loss. How many points do you typically risk gold? 10 to 20 seems too short sometime, but maybe I'm too risky. Well, following the rules of the 215, my friend, if we were, so there are 2 entries. So while you're here, there are two entry models that we can take on the 215 technique. We can take an entry 2. An entry 2 model basically means a rejection from a support or resistance, right? Now, if you're taking an entry two setup, then the stop loss on an entry two is usually about 20 pips. Ideally, I would love a 15 pip stop loss on an entry two, right? And then you have an entry one, which is the main, I would say the main course, which would be a break and retest of the 215 zone, which is an entry one, and the SL on an entry one is usually about 40 pips. So the stop loss are usually always standard when I'm using the technique. It's either it's going to be a 15 to 20 pip or it's going to be a 40 pip stop loss. I don't want to confuse you with my SL as they are you. It's Henny, we know you trade for a bank, so you're gonna your SLs are gonna be massive. All right, good. So we do have a flip here on the on EU. Have a that was a pretty decent rejection though, but we do have a flip and a close still yet again above that buy line. We still do have DXY pushing down as well, so this is a very good. I'm happy with the price action thus far here on EU. Happy with the price action thus far here on EU. So DXY is flipping. If it does break through that little circle area here, or let's say, let me put, instead of using a circle, why don't you use something more shape-wise? If DXY does break through this area here, then that's good for it to continue lower. So we need to see this 15-minute candle flip. Ideally, we want to see this 15-minute candle close red as well. What SL would you put on that 15 lot entry? Why do I feel like you don't trade with any stop loss, Henny? Yeah, it's rejecting. Needed to break. If it doesn't break, then this position might be in it. My brother called me crazy. Then of course, I could see why called you crazy. All right, so if we look here on gold, so gold, we can see that gold is pulling back down to the zone. So if it does come back in the zone and close in the zone, then I'll be getting ready to look for an entry one entry here on this. $20 lots, yeah. But fam, if a 20 lot, look crazy, man. I tell you, it must be she trades for Barclays Bank or even Lloyd's. All right, so good. So that EU position is moving up nicely. Gold is coming back down to the zone. What's the highest lot size you've ever used? I think if you could just pass a challenge if you if you just enter no a 10 what was that, the 20 pip, a 15 pip lot size and just get 10 pips. Huge SL is like no SL exactly. Because if let's say I enter a buy right now on gold and I put my stop loss at about 100 pips, of course it could hit 100 pips. Could definitely hit 100 pips. All right, 1 minute until London opens. If London can just do us a decent favor, if we can just bam, just take the price action back down to the zone and then woo, all the way to the moon, then I would love that. My EU position is struggling though a bit, but the XY is pushing down though, So if you just continue to slowly trickle down and break out of this little area, this box here, then it should be nice. Yeah, if it works for you, it works for you, because a lot of people will say the 215 technique is bull, but if it works, it works. It works for me, so why would I not do it? All right, DXY is pushing down. That's going nicely. All right, good. All right, so it's now 8 o'clock. London is here. Let's see what the London boys and gals are going to be doing today in the market. We have 30 minutes left on stream as well, so if we can get a pullback down into that zone, that would be lovely. I tell you, it would be lovely. Follow the rules. Definitely follow the rules. All right, good. Getting some decent price action here now. So if it can push and break below and even close below that little area, at least then we know that we have this little range here for it to come down and fill here on DXY. And I think if it comes down to fill this area here, then we should be at least seeing the EU coming up to that 30-minute resistance. Teaching people how to lose their life savings. Eight o'clock. London is deciding what direction to go. You're wearing his wire through the back. Wow. Hold on, let me check FX book. There should be any. Is there any Euro? I don't think I did look this morning. There isn't any Euro news coming out. It's Wednesday. Yeah, there is news coming out, but that's coming out in 15 at 8:15. There are two red folder news coming out in Euro. May not move the market much, but let's see. I don't even think that is registered on forex factory. I don't think. Yeah, it's on there, but it's not even. I'm not sure how they even do these mathematics to decide what's a red folder and what's a green folder, because forex factory is showing the EU news as being just a normal folder, but then when you check on my FX book, the calendar, it does show the EU news as being red folders. Yeah, of course I am. Of course I am. He's struggling to pass this. Hold on, let's go to the 15-minute time frame. All right, so this is like a 15-minute support area right here. Support and resistance actually right in the middle here. That's why it's struggling to hit pass. Well, no, I know you're gonna break it anyways. DXY is pushing down, so if DXY does break this and come down into this little open range here, so that would be good. Let me just remove some of these things so we don't confuse any new person coming on. So if it goes down to there, then EU should be looking nicely. Gold has gone. Anyone in a long right now on gold? Okay. All right, good. EU is pushing up nicely. Good, good. Let's go back to the 5-minute. EU is pushing up nicely. Almost at TP1. Well, I guess you could count that because it's not, yeah, almost there. Still not there yet because DXY still haven't touched down here. I'm looking for it to actually do go down here, so I'm still holding on. Still holding on, my friends, here for on EU. I'm not sure. Did anyone take that entry on EU though just now? All right, almost at TP1 here. I'm going break even. Going break even here. Now, as soon as the XY gets to this support here, there is going to be some level of rejection. If it doesn't break through it aggressively, there may be some level of rejection. Oh, you're driving today. Okay. All right. Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's 10 pips. So if anyone took that EU long just now, then definitely make sure you've taken some partials. I'm already at break even now on this EU trade. Up 10 pips on that, but ultimately I still think that there's more to come here on this, so I'm going to hold it a little bit longer. Gold is through the roof right now. Damn, gold, damn. Look, all we wanted was this to come down just a little bit more. That's what we needed. We just needed it to come down to the zone, to reject from the zone. But sadly to say, it didn't come down, and it has just skyrocketed back up into Mars. Look at that, bro. That would have been such a lovely long if only it had done what we wanted it to do. Look at that. Not so worried though, because EU still in this nice position here on EU, and I don't think we have done such a strong push yet on EU, so there may be still more to come here on EU. So let's see. Getting a rejection from that 30-minute resistance, not surprised, because one thing I do know about resistance is that there's going to be selling pressure at a resistance, and there's going to be buying pressure at a support as well. But still, I'm holding on strong to this one. Would be pretty decent if we could get a decent ride above into these 4-hour resistance here. That would be nice. How many pips would that be? Let me just do a quick measure here. That would be 25 pips. That would be what, 3-to-1 ratio if you're looking at it from that angle, I guess. It's now 8:10 a.m. here as well. No one answered if they were in a long position in gold. I don't think anyone answered to say if they were or they were not. There are a lot of shy viewers here. Sylvia, when you say you risk 1%, is it 1% of the 100,000 or 1% of the daily drawdown? I think, or if it's 1% of your maximum tradable size of the 100,000. Because I just use lot size. Depending on the account, whatever lot size. Whatever the daily drawdown is, then I'd like split that into two and then work out what lot size, and because I already know what SLs I'm going to be using. I guess everyone would have like a way up how they determine it. If we can get a candle close here above that 30-minute resistance here on EU, then that would be pretty nice. DXY still hasn't gotten down to this support area here, which is looking to that's where it wants to push. So I'm still just holding on to this position here. Gold is at that 4-hour support. Oh, that would have been so lovely. Let's say we got in from there, 80 pip, 90 pip, 100 pip. Are you still on, Didier? Nice. So do you only trade gold and futures, or do you trade euro on futures as well? Oh, 1% of the 100K. All right, cool. So that's 1,000. Yeah, that's 1,000. I've actually started doing futures as well. Nah, it's fine. Someone right now is so happy that gold is doing this right now. So you might not be in a position right now, but someone out there has been having a rough week, and they took a buy off chance, and you know, this move is just giving them back what they have lost. So this move has just maybe brought back little light, little hope in their eyes to say, okay, I'm not going to give up in trading. Gold, euro, gold, copper, sometimes crude, and not gas. Wow, I've never heard anyone say they trade copper or even natural gas. I don't think I've ever seen anyone trade it. If I'm not 1,000% sure if I should enter, then I 0.5% it. Okay. Is that whenever I take entries like outside of the 215, the market has a way of definitely just giving me a proper spanking. If I do some, if I know I shouldn't, but as soon as I do something outside 215, bam, I'm spank, and I'm super happy for them. Sincerely, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of it's a roller coaster of emotions. I think that's the better way to put it. Come on, we need to see a break and close above that 30-minute resistance here on gold on EU. Sorry. Let's look at gold. Gold is rejecting from that 4-hour resistance, and I don't think it's gonna come back. If it comes back so far, if gold drops from here back to the 215 zone, then that means an EU is going to be affected by that, unless it's like an emotional drop. All right, that it looks like EU is going to be looking to do a reverse here. I need to see a candle close above that 30-minute resistance. Hey, do you know that quite a few persons online recommend like new persons not to trade gold, saying that it's too complex, it's heart attack prone, heavily stressed. They actually I don't remember where I was reading it. They actually said that Euro USD would be the better pair for a new beginner that's just coming into trading to actually learn. I was like, okay. But then, from my perspective, I think it's like the total opposite, because Euro USD is just as vicious as gold. I don't think the pair really matters. I just think it's your strategy. I think this is just a strategy. All of these are all the same thing. It's all the same markets. There's no difference. But yeah, they actually do say. I was reading it somewhere. They say that gold isn't the best pair for beginners to basically start learning. It would be best for you to start learning like a slower pair like Euro USD. They did make mention of another one. I don't remember what it was exactly, but like okay. Come on, need to see a 5-minute candle close above that 30-minute resistance. Let me know that you will go into that 1-hour resistance here. It has some fairly consistent motions or direction when it's in a motion, and has really consistent here. Euro and DXY are definitely the easiest to see. They clear inverse. Yeah. That's why I use the XY so much on EU, because it helps me. Because if this just concern an entry, I can look at the XY to say, okay, that's good. I can see that the 15-minute candles are pushing down. So all right, let's go for this long, right? And they're in this long now. Good. And we're pushing above that 30-minute resistance right there. So that's pretty good, pretty decent. Let's see if we can hit TP2 on this one. I wonder if I can get 2,000 off of this. Let's see. Now this is so when DXY comes into this support right here, then that at that point in time there should be some reaction, and may want to slow things down a bit on EU. Gold is rejecting a bit, not by much, but it's rejecting. Not in the sense. Maybe we could take an entry 2 if gold actually does confirm like an entry 2 from that 30-minute resistance, which is actually now a support. So if it comes down to that zone, and then do that. Well, let's see. EU is pushing. Give me a minute, guys. Okay, good. Let's see what's going on. Copper is definitely a bit trickier for me, but I know this it correlates with production and growth data at times. Okay, yeah. If you're trading any period, you definitely have to um, look at like elements which affects it. You need to understand what affects it, what moves the price action. All right, good. So EU, DXY is now at that support area on that 15-minute time frame, and it is rejecting. So that's why we're seeing a rejection going on here. But we're basically at TP2 anyways on this. So that's good. So hit TP1 already. So we're basically up 16 pips already on that. So if you guys, I'm not sure if you guys took the entry or not, but if you took the entry, definitely for sure do secure some profits. Make sure you secure some profits here, because we're just at that 1 hour resistance now. DXY is also at that support level there as well. It hasn't broken it yet, which it can ultimately break it though. So if it breaks and push through it, let's see what happens. Still have 15 minutes, no, 15 minutes, about 5 minutes or so left on this candle. So let's see. Yeah, it's pushing through it, good. And if it pushes down into zone A and closes into zone A, then that's good. All right, good. It's pushing down. So let's see if we can, that would be nice if we can get full TP here on this one. It would be really nice if we can get full TP here on EU. Gold, I believe, still playing around at that 1 hour resistance now. At that 1 hour resistance, gold DXY is at that support. It's still pushing down, so happy days for us in a bit. I would say. If maybe it will push down to the tip of this wick. If it does push down to the tip of this wick here on DXY, I think that move alone should push us closely to that 4 hour resistance for maybe for us to take the final TP on that. So let's see if we can get a push above that 1 hour resistance, and that would be really good. Just trying to pull back a bit. Getting a nice decent push. Did you guys take this entry with me or no? Not sure. Let me know if you guys did this entry. I know that you're on the road, Sylvia, so I'm guessing that you didn't, as you said. So let's see if we can get that push down to that green line here on DXY. That should push the EU up pretty closely to that 4 hour resistance for me to take full TP on this. It's also coming to the end of the stream for a 2 hour stream. We're going up until 8:30, so we also have 3 minutes left as well. So let's see where it did. Good push here on DXY. Should be seeing some more up move here on EU. And gold is coming down as well, which ultimately I just think it's gonna go back up after this. All right, good. That's, come on, give it to us. Give it to us. Push, push, push. Oh, you don't trade currencies? Okay. You might like it, you know. You might like it. Yeah, the EU gold is doing its thing. DXY is pushing down nicely. Gold is going up. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take any entries here on gold today. Still have my alerts here, so if it does comes back down to my zone, then I'll try to analyze it again at that point in time to see. I did nothing today. Very busy day. Maybe New York. All right, yeah, no problem at all, Sylvia. No problem at all. It is what it is. That's how life gets sometime. All right, guys. So I'm going to leave you guys here today. Once again, I want to say thank you guys so much for being here and keeping me company. Really do appreciate it. Thank you guys, and thank you for all the likes that you guys did on TikTok and the shares and all the follows and definitely all the love as well. So if you guys haven't taken any entries today, I just want you guys to stay safe and happy trading. Don't risk too much as well, and definitely remember to take some partials and some profits. All right, so on that note, I'm going to leave you guys here today, my friend, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place, 6:30 a.m. London time. Set your alarm, my friends, and I'll see you guys. All right, so stay safe, happy trading. See you guys tomorrow.